Okay, sorry about that. So we left off with the liquefied tool, and so you just kind of want to experiment with these different brushes over here, like the clockwise or the twirl clockwise tool, and just just play around with it and try to make the hair or the fire um, blend more with the hair. Um, And again, you want to spend some time on this. I'm actually pausing and then coming back to it, so I'm actually taking more time than the video. Okay, and then once you feel satisfied with that, hit OK. So you have confirmed the change, and we are going to duplicate this fire texture layer. So again, you want to be in your layer palette, make sure that's highlighted, go to Layer and Duplicate Layer, and hit OK. And so once you've created that duplicate fire texture copy, make sure it's highlighted, and then you can actually make sure you have your move tool also selected in the toolbar, and then you're going to kind of bring it down and move it down and just kind of make it seem like there's more there. And then you're going to kind of do the same thing you did before. You're going to go to Edit and Free Transform, and let's rotate it again, trying to get it to sort of go along her face. You might even move it some. And hit enter to confirm the change. Go back to edit, this time go to transform and warp. And the same idea, we just kind of want to warp this so that it is around her head. And again, this can take some time, and you'll just kind of have to sort of play around with it and just sort of get a feel for it. I'm going to do it sort of quick, but I want you guys to spend a little bit more time perfecting it. And then when you get it to where you like it, hit enter again. And we're going to do it one more time. We're going to duplicate this layer. So again, go to Layer, Duplicate Layer, hit OK, and again, grab your Move tool. This time we're going to move it over here, and then you're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and then we're going to kind of rotate it. Sorry, I'm messing this up. And then you might need to resize it a little bit too. So remember, with the free transform, you can move it and rotate it and resize it all in one fell swoop. And again, you want to spend a little bit of time playing around with this. Hit enter again, and then go back to edit, transform, and then choose warp. And again, just hopefully you're getting a feel for how to play around with this. Also make sure view fit on screen so you can actually see the whole thing if you're having trouble. So I'm gonna pause it, and then I'll come back and show you what I ended up doing. Alright, so that's sort of what I ended up with. And again, make sure you hit enter to confirm the change. And once you're done with the warp tool, you're going to select the filter and liquefy again. And just kind of do the same thing. You can try different tools. I like this, let me find it, push left tool, and then, okay, yeah. And then you kind of want to make it look like it's sort of sweeping. Maybe I should do it just normal. So this is the tool. It's called the forward warp tool right here at the very top. And again, make sure the brush size is set at around 300 or 350 so you can really see the change. And you kind of want to make it seem like her hair is sort of swooping over. And then you might want to try the twirl clockwise tool as well. And again, this takes a little bit of time, so do spend a few minutes. I'm kind of doing it fast because I want to make this a short tutorial, but you guys should take a little bit more time and not rush through it. So I'll show you what I ended up with. I'm going to pause it for a little bit. And then when you have it the way you think it will look good, just hit OK. Uh-oh, is it not working? There we go, sorry. And then go ahead and hit View, Fit on Screen, just so you know that you can see the whole image. Alright, so what you want to do next is you want to duplicate not the last layer. You actually want to go down the layer before. So it's actually on mine called Fire Texture Copy. Okay, so click on that. And again, go make a duplicate layer. So go to Layer, Duplicate Layer. Alright. And hit OK. And again, you can kind of move it. Go to Edit Transform, Free Transform. And again, we're going to kind of rotate it, kind of fill in, maybe a little smaller. And again, just kind of take your time, and obviously if you're using a different picture, you're going to be sort of warping your flames in a different way than this picture. You want to think about the composition. So hit Enter. You're still in that same layer, and you want to go back and do Edit, Transform, and Warp. So you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again, and sort of creating these different layers and making it more richer. I really like the warp tool. I think it's kind of fun to play. Okay. And then you hit Enter again. And again, you're going to go to Filter and Liquify. And hopefully you know what to do in terms of sort of distorting this. You want kind of like a sort of sweeping motion. So, and again, this is the twirl clockwise tool, and then the one with the hand is the forward warp, which I think is sort of the easiest one to sort of play around with. And again, really spend some time and try to think about craftsmanship and not just rushing through it, but actually trying to make a cool, interesting, well done photo that, that looks interesting and someone's not going to be like, oh, that's just photoshopped. Okay, then hit OK. So again, I want to reiterate that you guys should probably spend a lot more time than I did in terms of trying to perfect the hair and make it look like it's swooping more, or with whatever photo you're doing. So I'm going to stop here for a second, and I'd like you guys to take a moment and save your work because you've done a lot so far. So again, just go to File, Save As. You should have already saved it previously, and again, just whatever you gave it, whatever name, and just make sure you save it in the L drive in your individual folder. I'm not going to do that right now. But you guys go ahead and take a moment to save your work. In the next part, we'll bring back the flame picture and we'll do some other things to it. But I think this is a good stopping point right now for you guys. So also, when you get to this point, maybe pull me aside and let me look at your layers and make sure you've done everything correctly before you move on to the next step so you don't have trouble later on. All right, see you in a bit.